Hello, hello. My name is Steph. If you'd like to come on and have a seat for some symbolic support. We made a scroll and dropped some ink yesterday, and we scried. First link below in the description box. As promised, we are going to flip it for perspective possibilities to see what shapes and symbols may stand out and speak to our psyche and psychic senses. We'll add on some tarot or oracle, and where Mr. Ghost Gift is here kicking, we have Ghost Tube for any audio additions from the afterlife that may further add to our auric adventures. Overall, please do receive a release freely. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome home. And let's go. Let us dive in. So just so you know, I'm going to close my eyes. You're welcome to join me. Cleansing the palette of perspective. Releasing the race in the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. In the name and honor of anyone here at any time, may you meet a message with meaning. All right. If you see, sense, or feel any shapes or symbols or stories, please feel well to comment below or keep to oneself, drop an emoji. Any interactions with the channel is appreciated. I'm going to dig in here. I'm at a water fountain. I don't know if water fountains still exist today. At least not in the way that I'm seeing them. But it's a shareable one. It kind of makes me feel like Fountain of Youth because it does take me back a little bit. Takes me back in time, but I say back in time a lot, but it legitimately makes me feel like I'm back in time, where it's almost like this water is always fresh flowing and it's always very clean. Nothing can harbor the frequency of this water.
Touch.
I'm with a friend. You know what? I feel like I'm with a mushroom friend. Whatever the symbol mushroom might mean to you. Okay. Maybe that's just like a multi-dimensional nature, a multi-dimensional fountain. It could even be the fountain of youth if you're working on earthly aging or essence. Like my feeling is of essence. So I'm going to put the link below to the OG Scry below to the original one. And it was talking about, if I recall, like feeling like myself again, getting mojo back. And the flips don't always correlate, but here I feel like it's just another added aspect of something about like the fountain of youth or these fountain of frequencies, but it's connected to something more multidimensional. And I feel like I'm also, but I'm with this friend. I am with a friend, whether this is your shadow or another archetype. This is fat. Okay, yeah, I'm going to keep going in here. Also something about Jedi training. Feels fancy. What's going on up there? There's a salamander. Vows, constellation. If these mean anything to you, please follow that. This is... Okay, so imagine if this big polar bear was like the sizable scope of this, and all of this like good juju is in the frequency being fed to these mushroom friends. This is what's in the water. Thomas the Tank Engine. I'm seeing the front of, yeah, Thomas the Tank Engine. I don't know how else to say that. It's almost like it might have felt slow to get here. Like train isn't necessarily the fastest way to get somewhere, but it's very smooth. There's a lot of sights to take in as well. It's almost like sightseeing was part of the point. You might feel like you have been maneuvering or where you are now, and it's like you're finding new frequency friends. You know when people say, it's like, oh, there's something in the water over there. I'm not trying to be nasty or judgmental, but like, there's something in the water. I don't know why those people are like that. That's what this feels like, but it's a good thing. from the personal perspective, because again, it's like if you were to walk into a room of people or a group of people in journey or in medicine or in prayer or in crafting or in a sewing circle, a book club, and you walk in and you don't know the context of their connection, you might be like, I don't know what's going on here. What's in their water here? What's going on? That's what it kind of feels like if you're, and I'm not, it's like, it's something about that connection. And people come and go from the book club, and people come and go from all the other examples that I presented, and I can't remember because they're gone. But there's something like feeding this connection. And when some people like release and wander out and they go on and have their own adventures, maybe they take airplanes, maybe they just, whatever these vehicles might represent, or a bicycle, or they walk, or they go hiking, or a speed car. But there's something about this train. There's always like a constant, you know what I mean? Constant energy. Like chicka, 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 chicka. There's that constant for the most part. And even when like having to stop and put the brakes on for something, or knowing you're coming up to a stop on a train, that is where maybe you're going to get off or you're going to stay on. There's so much time needed to put the brakes on. And then even to get going can almost feel like, ooh. But once you get going, it's like smooth sailing. It's smooth sailing. It's hard to get off track when you're on this. You know what I mean? Like you're on track, if that's helpful. Because whatever this energy is limitless. And I feel like you can feel that, but it's refilling. If somebody is feeling tired, and maybe you're tired of being going slow, on a train, you're like, hey, I'm going to get off, rent a car. This is all very symbolic of some sort of adventure. In whatever context, personal, professional, corporate, creative, romantic, platonic. It's like, this is all very slow. So I'm going to, go rent a car. I'm going to take I'm going to take a flight from here. But it feels well, like you meet people along the way. This limitless energy coming from this mama bear, this ultimate mama bear. I'm seeing a spade. A spade? It's on like a magic wand. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Distraction. Exhilaration. And then signal. If any of the artistry is standing out to you, please feel well to follow that. See, those are, when you're at train crossing, it's like ding, 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 ding. And not only is there a sound, but then there's also ding, 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 ding. And then the arms come down. There's also a sign that is silent. There, look both ways. I'm crossing over also tracks that I think I've taken before to get to this newfound frequency. Newfound frequency even with the signal. There's signals letting you know when you see other trains going, other passengers. I don't know, Polar Bear Express, never seen it in my life, so I have no idea what that's about or what the context is, but maybe that might mean something to somebody. Because there's a tree of life. Even with the signal, like there's friends here. There's friends.
It smells.
Ew, it smells. You're funny. Well, there's sights and there's smells along the way.
Guardian.
Sights and smells. Okay. It's all I feel very, very happy. And you know what? Sometimes getting on this symbolic train that is taking me like through the Polar Bear Express, that I don't know what that means, but I think it's bears on a train. I don't know. But it takes me almost like through the smooth sailing feeling, through the Swan's nebula of like the train isn't on Earth. It is. There's signals, there's signs, there's things that are familiar enough to me, like the water fountain. It's familiar. But it actually, oh, what is that? See, and I've seen very little of it. Like Hogwarts? Is there a train in Hogwarts? I don't think. Yeah, I see. I haven't seen enough there to know either. Like but that's what's stepping forward. Six of Swords in the World.
Battle.
And then the Princess of Cups is here as well. Because maybe even from a young age, and if you were, 29, 42, 67, or 229,000 years old, there's been something in this lifetime anyway. I'm going to stay here in the present, this ancient energy that you've been training with. Six of Swords might mean something to you. You got to follow that. I follow the artistry. Unless the words pop out to me. But this is like, and you've been working and working, training and training, training. Rehydrating too, holistically hydrating. That's probably the best way to say exactly that feeling. Holistically hydrating. And then it's like you get on this polar bear train express that's very exhilarating, but slow and steady. Something about, thank you, this distraction card is bringing me into like, see this kind of cloud here, and I'm seeing that there. Oh, a distraction has been demolished. A distraction has been demolished. Some sort of signal was received. Some of you might be seeing orbs as well. And you might also be feeling really connected to the Earth's heartbeat. As a the Earth energy, the Earth experience might feel slower than what you're accustomed to from a spirit space when not embodied in density, but it's asking you to, at least the way I'm here, is always remember, like, your vow to be here, the reasoning, we're always sending you help, we're always sending you to add what we can to your actions, mental, emotional, physical, passive or active. Sorry, so before I get ready to close out here, so it's like I've been doing this, and maybe even in some regards I've been battling myself, but that also brought me into the dissipation of this distraction. Can't even remember the word I said. And I'm welcomed into Hogwarts, or I'm welcomed into this world that this swan train took me in. It's like, hello, you're here. Welcome. Welcome. You heeded our signal because you're aligned with that signal. You had to make that choice. You had to and we backed it up once you made the choice, and then you continued actions through that. And then it's like you become Princess of Cups, and then this is like the before, and this is the after. And then there's all these like markings on you. But it feels good because they're multidimensional, metaphysical markings, even in some cases maps. I also feel like I'm an astronaut. And you're here, so I appreciate it as we have our abstract and ancient auric adventures. So it's like being an awareness astronaut and working through that. But you're not alone. You have a friend. And I feel like while that friend also in some cases, you might have that, that book buddy or your partner, and then they might change as your interests change or have changed over the days, months, weeks, years of said life thus far. But there's always been a constant companion. And trust that. Trust that. I'm going to let you go. I hope this made sense. Hopefully it inspired, educated, or entertained at the very least. I will see you again soon, and until next time, so much love.